Hey, and thanks for joining us for another episode of What's on Southern Ostrobothnia. I'm Mark Wiltshire.
Hey, and I'm Glenn Murray.
And in each episode we highlight some interesting events and activities taking place across the region of Pohjanmaa in the coming month. There'll be a lot of info, but don't worry, we've made all the notes and we'll include them in a separate blog post on NordicExplorerProductions.com.
Remember to press the subscribe button on YouTube, Spotify, or whatever podcast player you're listening on. You can find our new webpage where we share some photos of events and videos of events as well that we've attended in September. I see you visit a few places, Mark.
Yeah, that's right. September was quite busy for me. Last month we had Maria from Culture Club talking about their circus. So I went there with the family and checked that out, which was it was interesting. Artistic circus performance and live music was well worth checking. Thanks to Maria and the gang. Satu and I went to a art gallery opening at Ravintola, where we've featured many times before.
Yeah, that's actually up on the page too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do, is to share pictures of some of the things that we talked about and then attended. So I think the Facebook page is doing us quite well there. We also last year talked about these film nights at the library, and Satu and I went to check one of those out, which was, it's an unusual little place to see a film.
Is it in the older library section?
It's in the older library, underground, and it was a funny little space, but there was a film.
It's a proper like amphitheatre though.
No, well, not really. It's not like a cinema.
Yeah, well, I think I've been in there at least with the university when I went there.
Right, well, there's some seats sort of raised up,
in an amphitheatre type area. Yeah.
And then I started the insanity course. Vicente promised me it would hurt, and most nights it hurts. But yeah, it's been busy, and you were somewhere yesterday. You're going to talk about that in just a moment.
Yeah, I'll talk about that soon, because there's this event that they hold. It's one of the snowmobile associations around here. They hold an event. It's basically some sort of like field drag racing, but we'll get into that later on, because the couple of events that are happening, one's happening actually right today as we film this, the 25th, and one happened tomorrow, and they're both free. But we've got a couple coming up in the next month as well. There's two, one Saturday and Sunday right after, just like what happened today and yesterday. So yeah, we've plenty more events in October. I see we have a guest again this month.
Yeah, that's right. It worked well last month, having some different voices. So I've invited some more guests to introduce their events, or well, to be more accurate, to introduce the opening of their new place. But more details of that will follow shortly. I think we should start this episode by hearing about your first event, Glenn.
Yeah, my first event is actually the event that we were just talking about that happened yesterday and today. We'll have maybe some shorts up about what my experience is today, but it happens every year. It's always in the same spots, because it's always in that same field in my hometown in Mokka. So I assume the other three events that happen in unison with this, the one that's happening today and the two that are happening next month, they most likely happen at the same time every year, just like the one.
What's this event called?
It's called Sänkikiikdytys.
Not bad. Yeah, we've been practicing that.
Yeah, mate, seriously, my Finnish is like, I cannot get those things off my tongue.
Your Finnish is not bad, but that is quite a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. It's the Pohjanmaa Cup 4. It's like basically it's a field drag racing event. They line up 2 lanes in a field that's just been freshly cut, like an old kaura field that's been freshly cut, and we have quad bikes racing quad bikes. We have motocross bikes racing motocross bikes. We have lawn mowers that are souped up with like motorbike, I mean road bike engines. You have road bikes with dirt tires.
But this is not surprising, because we've talked about this before, that if Finns can race something, if it's got a motor, Finns will find a way to race it.
Seriously, one year, the 1 year they had 2 lawn mowers. They had one that was a bit, okay, but there was one that had an R6 600cc motorbike road bike engine, and these road bike engines can get up to about 200 to 300 k's an hour on road, and it just so happened to be my friend's father.
Racing it?
Yeah, his insane contraption. It was really low, it was lowered, not like those high up lawnmowers you'd think could roll. He lowered it and he put a motor in it. It was absolutely insane. But the upcoming events, like I said, there's one that happened yesterday and today. The ones that are coming up in the next month that we're doing this for is going to happen on the Saturday the 8th in Kauhajoki, and then the next day, similarly to what's happening right now on this weekend, is Sunday the 9th in Lehtomäki. The event's organised by the Snowmobile Association, and thanks to Tuomas Myllykoski, who reached out to us on our Facebook page through the messenger and let us know that it was happening. I did know it's happening because every time I drive home, I take that corner, and every year there's a sign there. I know about it, but I don't know if he knew that I knew about it because I live in that town, so I see that sign. And the thing is, there's no Facebook event for it. So the only reason we even know about it is because I know about it every year because I drive home that route and see the sign. But that's the only way you can see it. And there are posters up, but they're not around the streets or anything. So I'm glad that he actually reached out to us, although I did know about it. I did not know there were 3 other events that came along with the event that I go to every year as well, though. That there was a new thing to me, so I'm glad he reached out.
And every episode, and we'll do it today, we end up by saying, if you've got an event, let us know. So thanks, Tuomas, for doing that. And now we've gone a little bit more in depth about this thing. Yeah,
so like yesterday, like I said, I went to it again this year. It's awesome. Like yesterday, there was snowmobiles. The snowmobiles are insane.
There's not a lot of snow at the moment.
Well, see, this is the weird thing. Like when I first saw it, I'm like, don't you need snow to like the track needs snow?
It's a fair question.
Like the snowmobile doesn't have a cooling system. The cooling system is the snow being thrown off the track into the engine that cools it down, but there's no snow. And so at the end of every drag race, they have to tip it upside down and have a tractor spray water on the underneath to cool it down before they can go again. And it's insane. It's absolutely insane. If you think snowmobiles are powerful in the snow when the snow gives way underneath the track, when the ground doesn't give way because it's dirt onto just pure grip, these things get 140 k an hour on dirt. And it's insane to watch. But not only that, people bring their tractor quads, their tractor Mönket quads along, they bring their race quads. There's the motocross event, but then people also bring those tourer type motorbikes, you know, like the big 1200 Africa Twin type big bikes, and they race the dirt bikes and stuff.
You said yesterday there was an electric bike there as well.
Yeah, no, there was a little kid, like it was in the kids event. The kids event, it's good because it's for all ages. It's literally like the event is free to go to. That you don't pay anything to go there. You go in there. There's sausages. There's drinks there. There's announcers. It's a full competition with, you know, everybody brings their stuff. You've got kids there that they look like they're 5 years old. They're on little two-stroke motocross bikes. But yesterday, I'm happy to see that finally we're getting some electric bikes out there. But a kid was on an electric bike yesterday. I'm like, why is that making no noise? And then I realised it was electric. So maybe in the years to come, most things will be electric. But electric actually puts a lot more power to weight ratio than motorbike, petrol engines. So it'd be nice. But the showstopper, I think, yesterday was the elongated, I don't know if it was an R6 or an R1, but it was a Yamaha road bike of some sort in a drag setting. So when I had an R6 in Australia, it's a short little bike and it has a lot of power. He has elongated the swing arm so that it doesn't stand up as much. So it's a drag bike, and he's put not road tires on it, but dirt tires. And when he took off yesterday, it's just, there was just, you couldn't see him because there was just a big wall of dirt.
The farmer gets his field ploughed in a slightly unconventional way.
Yeah, unconventional way, yes, for sure. So,
there is a website. You said it's not on Facebook, but there is a website.
There's not a website, but there is a website, but there's not a Facebook event. And unless you drive past the sign and see it, it's actually www.suseni mk.fi. I'm not sure how to say it, like Susem.
It's the initials for the association, isn't it? Yeah.
.fi.
We'll put the full link in the blog.
Yeah, the link will be in the blog post. So yeah, but you've got something now, don't you?
I've got 2 shows at Rytmikorjamo. Okay. You mentioned to me that Rytmikorjamo was busy in October, but there was one weekend that kind of caught my attention of Friday the 7th and Saturday the 8th. Rytmikorjamo in Seinäjoki. On Friday the 7th is Ursus Factory and Pambikallio duo. Now I saw Ursus Factory at Provinci in a small tent. I didn't know them, but I went to Provinci just exploring for new music. Yep. And we were with this band with our friend Jules and a couple of other friends, and this big circle mosh broke out in the tent, and we were standing fairly close to the back, and it wasn't far from us. Lady Suttle got a little bit concerned that it was getting a bit leery,
rowdy
in there. So I thought, that's interesting. I listened to their album since, and it's not that heavy. They got 1 or 2 songs with some chugging guitars, but a lot of it's a bit poppy and EDM based. The album confused me. I've listened to it quite a lot and I like it, but it's really hard to categorise, and it's hard to listen to this and think, that live show was mad.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see them live again now that I know their music a little bit better. Yeah. And they're at Provinci. They're at Rytmikorjamo on Friday the 7th.
Yep.
And then on Saturday the 8th is Apulanta, supported by Rev Engine. And Apulanta are like legends of the Finnish music scene.
Yeah.
They've been around for over 30 years, and if you've been to a Finnish festival during that time,
you've seen them.
Exactly, it's very possible you've seen them play.
It's in Finnish, but it's music that, like, music transcends language, and that's their kind of melodies transcend. Even you don't even need to know what they're singing. It's just great music.
And when you listen to music in another language, the voice just becomes another instrument. It doesn't matter.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it transcends language and barriers, and
they started as a
religions and
punky band, but they're a rock band.
Yeah, they've definitely come a long way.
But the support band is Rev Engine, and they're a local band from Lapua. And my friend Juha is the bassist. Hi, Juha. I've been talking about wanting to see Rev Engine play for a little while now, so hopefully we can get there and check it out. And Rev Engine play this kind of melodic rock. It's quite heavy, but it's just tuneful. And I've listened to them a little bit in the last month or so, and it's good stuff. And they just released a new song called False Dream, so it's worth getting down there and checking it out. Ursus Factory, it's €19 for a ticket, €20 on the door. Apulanta and Rev Engine, it's $39.50 for a ticket, or $44 on the door.
Yeah.
It shows the difference in stature for those headlining bands, I guess.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Tickets are available from Tiketti.fi, a link again in the blog, along with the link to the Rytmikorjamo website.
Yeah, and also just like something on that, like this past weekend, I was at the library, and I thought I might just drop this into this episode now that we're talking about Rytmikorjamo, because I went to the library and I didn't realise, but the Seinäjoki Sali, is that the opera music centre
hall? Yeah.
Yeah, they have a kausikortti for them that you can rent for free from the library, you can do the same with Rytmikorjamo. Anything like the past little metal festival that happened this weekend, just yesterday, it was held by anything that's organised by Selmu. That card can get in for free. And there was, I think, the theatre as well.
Yeah, you said the theatre.
I think it was the Seinäjoki Theatre. So they have 3 of these cards that are bought, and they are season passes for those 3 venues. The Rytmikorjamo one is it's not like Apulanta, unless Selmu Selmu Association has organised it, rather than like if like Stig comes and plays just at that venue.
So how did you find out about this?
How did I find out about it? I walked into the library because I wanted to rent a video game, and that's insanely awesome because you can get video games from for free at the library. And I mean like the latest Modern Warfares. I'm number one in line for the one that's coming out this year that hasn't been released.
Don't tell everyone.
Well, this is why I'm trying to get this out to like all the guys that listen to us out there, that this library service is there. The thing is, you cannot reserve these cards. They are at 4 libraries, either Peräseinäjoki, Nurmo, the main Seinäjoki library, or the library in the new M-talo, in the library, in the hospital, which is where I had to be because I had a physiotherapy appointment. I went down and checked out. You have to be lucky. You will never be told what library they're at. You'll never be told, you can't reserve them. And there's one.
And you found it just like on the counter at the front.
They're sitting on the counter of the checkout, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a Rytmikorjamo like card. How do I get that? And I asked her, and she said, yeah, you're lucky. They're here right now. You can't rent them. You're lucky that it's even at this library. You literally have to walk into the library and see it there and rent it. You get it for 7 days, and any event in those 7 days held by Selmu and any of those associations of those cards, you can go for free.
Nice.
It's
a good tip because I'd never heard about that.
I didn't know about it either, and that's what, like, while we're on the Rytmikorjamo subject, I thought I might drop that because, like, my friends, I didn't end up using it and going to the little metal festival yesterday, like the tribute
festival,
brand.
Wasn't it?
I didn't end up. I could have gone, and my friends did go, but my partner had a fight. Boxing night.
Fight.
She had a boxing night in Lapua.
It was an organised fight.
It was a boxing event that was actually sold out, which was good to see in Lapua yesterday. But I had the option to go to that event for free, while my friends had to pay €39 or whatever it was. Yeah. So the thing is, it's there. Remember, I know you might think libraries are lame, but like you can rent video games from there. You can rent music and DVDs, and like the library services around here are amazing. Like Kurika, you can rent mountain bikes. You can rent gas grills, gas pizza ovens. Yeah. Like they have so many different things and odd things you can like season pass cards to music events. That is cool because if Apulanta is bought to Rytmikorjamo by Selmu, you get a free ticket.
So get yourself down to your local library
and check it out, because it's definitely worth having a look. Okay, so let's hear from Sanna Harja. Is going to tell us about her new bar and restaurant that recently opened in Seinäjoki. So Sanna, what is Bar 15 Street?
Legendary Bar 15 in Kauppakatu 15 Seinäjoki just got his little sister upstairs. Bar 15 basement still offers a live music during weekends, and now you can also get some delicious food from upstairs.
Yep, Bar 15 offers great vegetarian and vegan food, and if you insist, you can have some animal into your portions. And we also have microbrewery beers and great drinks.
And nice atmosphere.
Yeah. You can find some more information from Facebook and Instagram, and later on also from websites. Yeah.
Great, thanks Sanna. I'm looking forward to finding an excuse to get down to Bar 15 Street someday soon, and their mostly vegetarian menu will be good for you as well, Glenn.
Yeah, no, it's Finland and Europe have definitely come a long way in the last couple of years with more options for vegans and vegetarians. So yeah, it's great to be able to.
The interesting thing there, I noticed on their page, it said, we do vegetarian food, but if you want meat, we can do it. It's almost like flipping the whole idea on its head.
That's good. Yeah. That's good because there's options for it's flipping it, because it's always been like really hard for me to find something. Oh, do you do vegan or vegetarian? Oh, yeah. So it's good to finally have it in the reverse.
Then next time you're in town at lunchtime, let's head down there and check it out.
We will. Yeah.
So what's your next event then?
Well, my next event is a great event. Again, it's for all ages. It's free, just like our free all-age motorsport event. This is a free all-age esport event. So Halla, I believe that's the SJK esport team. They're holding an esport NHL 23, EA NHL 23 tournament. So what it is an esport competition. Its location is Kurikalan 22, which is pretty clever. It's in Kurika, so Kurika land, 22. That's the location that it's going to be held at. It's on Saturday, the 15th of October at 12. Kurika LAN is an online game event organised by Kurika Esport RU Association. Mm-hmm. The tournament will be played on a PS5 consoles. Come on.
That kind of blew your mind, didn't it?
It blew my mind just that like they have enough money to have the newest console, but even be able to obtain them is insane.
Like the newest console that came out 2 years ago that
it's still unavailable.
Still waiting to try and get.
It's still unavailable to get. 2 years after it released because of all of the crises going on in the world right now.
And you were saying that the game is much the same, but it's just probably
the NHL 23 on PS4 and PS5 is the same. It's just better graphics, better like not as latent, not as much lag. It just is a better experience. But they're having them on PS5 consoles on that Saturday, the 15th of October, between 12 noon and 6 p.m. Mm-hmm. Participation in the tournament is free and it's open to all ages. That is great, but you must register first and get in there and get your registration in there because there's some good prizes. And like I said, the tournament rules, the platform are going to be, they're all going to be played on the PS5. So if you've never even had a go on a PS5, this is a great way to, like, even if you're not that good at PlayStation, it's free to register and play. If you just want to check the PS5 out, it's great even just for that. It's 1v1 mode. It's all in person at the venue. Obviously you can't, there's no participation remotely like most esport events can do. The teams are like the NHL standard teams, not any of the the legend teams or anything. It's just all the standard teams with all the current updates and everything, players and specs and the game and like the updates, what is live, the version of the game. You
said there's also prizes as well.
There is prizes, and the prizes for first place is €500 gift card to Kurikan Bacon Kone, like it's an appliance store. It's an electronic store.
The local branch, I guess.
Local branch of the electronic store there. Second prize is insane as well. Like you might think it's old school and it's like, oh wow, who cares? Second place is a PlayStation 4 still. Like that there is almost as good as first prize. I know it's a bit old, but a brand new PlayStation 4 is still a brand new PlayStation 4. And third to fourth place product prize.
I guess from Bacon Kone, maybe.
Something from there. Like product prizes. So the registration will be in the link in our video description and in the blog post. I won't say it because it's not a www thing. So please note that there is a limited number of participation numbers. So get in and register quick. It's free. Get in there. Even if you're not that great, just give it a go, and you just get to check the new PS5 out. That's great. That in itself for me would be awesome, just to try the new machine.
Okay, let's hear from our next guest. Rami Haavisto is the owner of a new restaurant that recently opened called Ravintola Verstas. Rami, tell us about your new place.
Hi, I'm Rami Haavisto from Ravintola Verstas. We are a new restaurant at Piiri, and we are open from 9 to 3 p.m. and we serve lunch from 11 till 2 p.m. We also serve food at theater, which is our next door neighbor, Teatteri Hysteria, and we would like to welcome you to come and eat with us, have a drink with us, chat. Our food is quite traditional, Scandinavian or French food with our own twist. So, welcome.
Thanks, Rami. So they now have two restaurants. Varikko, which means depot, which is in Rytmikorjamo, and now Verstas, which means workshop in Piiri. So there's a theme building there.
Piiri's turning into one of those new cultural centres.
Yeah, well, the work's been going on there for the last couple of years.
Where is Piiri? Piiri, just for people who don't know.
Yeah, because we've talked about it quite a lot about events going on there.
But not everybody still knows where it is.
It's the area just down the hill from the hospital. It used to be psychiatric hospital area. All the buildings are still there, and they're developing it into an area of businesses, venues, there's theatre there. There's also now a hostel opened up in one of those buildings. And now you've got a local restaurant. So it's really developing. And
one of our friends even has an Indian massage place in there.
Yeah, exactly. There's little shops there as well. So some of these sort of slightly more unusual shops. There's one place where you can go and buy coffee or soap and make your own stuff. Like it's unusual little arts and crafts.
That shop is where our friend has that Indian massage.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's worth checking out.
Essie Bailey. Yeah.
She does that there.
Yeah, she does that out of that shop. Yeah, but that area is actually really nice. Like if you don't know where it is, that new developed area where there used to be a single lane bridge, which is now 2-lane. And it's on that same street where the backside of Provinci was on the VIP. This year it was the VIP only entrance. It used to be the back entrance, but now it's VIP only entrance for this year of Provinci. On that backside there, Piiri it's really turning into a new cultural centre. So we're going to have Kalaban Naretto. This area is really starting to come through. So
right, I'm going to head on with my next event, which is the Piipon Lego Rakennustapahtumat. It's a family event. It's a Lego event, Lego building activity weekend at Seinäjoki Arena in the A Hall. It's on Saturday 29th of October from 10 till 5 and Sunday 30th of October from 10 till 4. There's loads of Lego for kids of all ages to play with. They've got a red Lego area which will have tens of thousands of red 2x4 Lego bricks that you can use to build anything you want. All will be in red bricks, and your designs can then be put on display. They also have a Lego Minecraft area, again with tens of thousands of Lego Minecraft blocks available, and again the finished designs can then be displayed in this Lego Minecraft world at the arena. But also for younger ones, there's a Lego Duplo area full of the bigger, chunkier blocks for younger Lego builders, and there will also be some moving Lego Duplo trains there to sort of keep the little ones entertained. There's an exhibition area featuring the creations exhibited from skilled Lego enthusiasts. For example, there will be a huge Viking-themed diorama, so a scene there with all Viking-themed constructions, as well as a Lego Technic collection. And of course, a store, so you can buy the most popular Lego sets and accessories, and it also has a huge number of loose Lego blocks that you can go and buy. Maybe you've lost some, or you want to build something specific, you can go and buy these individual blocks.
That's odd, because you don't, like, unless you go to Lego Denmark, can you ever buy specific Lego pieces by themselves?
And I remember when my kids were small,
they would always swallow or lose.
Well, no, there was no swallowing, but there certainly was some losing going on. And I remember once I got a couple of the sets, laid them out, checked, made a list of all the missing pieces, and then was like, well, what do I do with this now? How do I get these pieces? And so I never did. So that's quite handy. The pricing's not bad either. It's €12 a person for a 2-day ticket, but it's 36 euros for a family ticket, and it just said 2 adults plus children. So I don't know if that's 2 children or 4, or if you've got a very big family, if they can all go on that family ticket.
20.
Well, there's some. Tickets are at the door. You can pay in cash or bank card, and children under 3 go free. The Piipo piipoo.com website, and there's a Facebook event. We'll put the link in the
links,
in the notes. But I thought that was quite interesting. It's just after, it's the weekend when kids are back to school following the Suusloma week. So, but I thought that was something that would keep them busy for a long time.
Yeah.
Right. Our next event.
Okay, back to Circus Tähti. Again, they're back, they've come back, travelling circus, they're back in town. We do mention them every year, but like every year they're worth mentioning because like I said, like in this time of the year, it's really hard to try and find something to get the family to go to.
There's not so many events for us to find, are there?
No,
In September,
it's like it really
October
shuts down as soon as it starts to become cold. So it's going to be the Idea Park, Seinäjoki. It's going to be Tuesday the 18th to Saturday the 22nd of October.
That is the Suusloma.
That is Suusloma, of course. Yeah, just in time for the autumn holiday, which is Suusloma. Circus Tähti is again touring all over Finland. It's like a fast-paced whole show for the whole family, basically. So it includes aerial acrobatics and like animal friends, breathtaking roller skating, fire juggling clowns. It's like me and Jenna went one year, but that's because it was Corona year and they came. So I was just like, let's just go to something. So we went to something, and it was good. But for the family, it would be even better because it's definitely a thing to take the whole family to. The children will really enjoy it. In the circus area, they're also going to have like the rare American car things, like they usually always have, including like the 007 Kenworth. I don't know what 007 and Kenworth trucks have got to do with each other, but
must have been something from one of the films. I'm not really a big
Bond limited fan, edition Kenworth 007. Maybe it's just got paintings of 007 on it or something. Who knows?
Maybe you need to get yourself down there and peer through the fence and check it out. Yeah.
It is going to be a little bit cool. It's starting to get cool, but the good thing about that is they always bring heating in them tents, which is insane that they can heat a tent like that. But you know, it never leaks. It's never cold. It's always right temperature. It's a great show. The show lasts about 2 hours and includes intervals, like time to go and get a drink and popcorn, go to the toilet. So you're not missing anything. The prices are $21.50 for a child and $26 for an adult. You can find
that depends on where you're sitting because they have these seats right round the ring, and then they have this.
It has ringside. It's like anything, and the closer to the ring you get, the more involved you get in the show, the more you have to pay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, these are the sort of in the main stand.
So if you want to be part of the show, get into the inner ring. If you don't want to be a part of the show, make sure you sit in the back back because they won't touch you. All the tickets are going to be at ticketmaster.fi, and we have Facebook links and that we're going to share in wherever we share, in all the places we share our links.
Okay, that brings us to our next guest, Mohammed Almarani, who has opened a new business just in September, a new shop. It's his second Mokka market international food shop in Seinäjoki, and this is something close to my heart because I worked with Mohammed to get the shop set up and open in August and September. But I'll let him tell us all about his new shop.
Thanks, Mark and Glenn. So Mokka Market is an international food store that is located in the city center of Seinäjoki. Now we have a new store opened in Idea Park, Seinäjoki. We opened at the beginning of September of this year, 2022. And we offer here a wide range of products like spices, rice, seafoods, and we offer different kind of juices, drinks like Japanese drinks, ramen drinks. We offer sweets for children. We offer Korean noodles, different types of Korean noodles, and we offer sauces and all types of ingredients that people will find it really interesting, and it might be an ingredient of a dish that they have tasted once in their life somewhere abroad, and they want to try. We are giving them a chance to try it here in Seinäjoki. We open from in the normal days from 11 till 19. Saturday from 10 till 18 and Sunday from 12 to 17. So everybody is welcome here.
All right, yeah, thanks, Mohammed. That's all for this episode. Thanks for joining us. Press the subscribe button wherever you found us. We also have new Facebook page, What's On in Southern Ostrobothnia. Remember, all the links to all the events we've discussed are listed in the blog post and in this video description and the podcast, and also you'll find the link to the blog post in the description of the podcast and the video description.
You can also find us online at NordicExplorerProductions.com, where we have links to all our previous episodes and to our social media profiles. That said, you can find me, Mark Wiltshire, or Explore Finland on Facebook or Instagram.
And me as the Nordic Tourist on YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts about this show, and we'd also love to hear about any events you've got coming up in Southern Ostrobothnia. Like Tuomas did earlier, reach out to us via our website or via social media and let us know. But until the next episode, to all you eteläpohjalaiset, moro!
Heippa!